Hey everybody, welcome to Jittery-Jay Reacts. I'm Jittery-Jay, and we are back for part 2 of 3 of Gary Delaney's second special. Just like before we get started, if you would head over and hit Gary with a like and subscribe on the video. That's the easiest way to show support to the artist. It only takes a couple clicks. And if by the end of this video you've enjoyed yourself, make sure to hit me with a like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments anything you want me to check out next. And that being said, let's get into this. Let's take that down.
All right, I'm going to show you a bit of stuff up here. I travel a lot in this job. I do a good, 50, 60,000 miles a year, something like that. And I see a lot of things that make me laugh. It's so easy nowadays to take a picture with your phone. I like to take little snaps of stuff that's made me chuckle. So I'm going to show you a few of these. I'll just get to my computer. In fact, I'll get out of the way so I'm not blocking your view of the screen. Here we go. This first one, I was doing some shows in Cornwall, and unusually for me, I took the train. I don't normally do that. But it was very weird because everybody on my carriage, literally every single person, had the most enormous ears. Yeah. Have a look at this. What the heck?
It took me a second. Looks like the edges of the seats. At first, I had to do a double take trying to figure out what I was looking at. That was great.
I was cut up in traffic by this guy recently. I thought, well, blood, if it's an emergency, you go right ahead, innit? When I get in at night after my gigs, I like to watch a bit of telly to unwind, usually horror films or something. And I saw an advert the other day that made me laugh. It was an advert, like a glue for dentures. It was called Fixodent. I took a little screen grab of it. I'll show you what I liked about it. Here we go. If you have a look at that, there's a woman inside a giant human mouth that's chomping down on a carrot. You might be concerned for her safety, but don't worry. There's a legal disclaimer at the bottom there. Dramatisation. Who is that for? Who's watching that going, where did they get that tiny actress? I'm a big fan of Pointless. Any other fans in? Yeah, I love it, right? And my favourite thing about Pointless, I look forward to every episode, is the giant robot owls. Yeah, one other person, literally one other. Rest of you, have a look at this. Every episode, there you go. You will never unsee that. That's round 3 there, dead round.
At first, I wasn't sure what he was talking about by Pointless. I'm guessing it's a game show. Looking at this, or a panel show. Just, I know panel shows are big in the UK, so, but yeah, yeah, that got me.
All right. Last Valentine's Day, I was looking for a nice card to get the missus, and it was tricky because I wanted something that was sincere and sensitive and showed my feelings, but I also wanted something that was quite light-hearted and funny. I was trying to find the right balance. I looked through loads and loads of cards trying to find the right one, and I came across this next one. And is it just me, or does this have a slightly menacing air about it? Well, decide for yourselves. Here we go. I'd like to put an unexpected item in your bagging area. Who thought that was appropriate in any way? I may not know a lot about modern sexual etiquette, but I know there's one thing it's never supposed to be, and that's unexpected, isn't it? Rule number 1, surely. So anyway, it was
He's got a point, right? It should never be unexpected. Never quite heard it put that way before. Let me know if any of you have heard that turn of phrase right there. I haven't.
It was a very awkward Valentine's Day in our house. Rule number 1, surely. So anyway, it was a very awkward Valentine's Day in our house. Yes, I did buy it. I'm a bloody idiot. Right. Motorway services sell alcohol now, and I think that's a bit weird, but they do, so fair enough. And I saw this sign at a welcome break on the M5. alcohol purchased in this motorway service area cannot be consumed inside or outside the premises. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's everywhere, isn't it? I spent about 10 minutes trying to figure out what that meant, although to be fair, I was pissed. So... And I think that's why tramps drink in doorways. They've found a loophole. Well done on getting that's one of my favourite bits.
That's a good one.
My old flat was in Erdington in Birmingham, and I lived just a couple of 100 yards away from this place on the Gravelly Hill Road. And I used to pop in there about one afternoon a week and call a 15-year-old a twat.
Youth offending service.
It's important to do your bit for the community, isn't it? I'm not entirely sure how it helped, but they seem to think it was important. I was doing a show in Canterbury.
Youth offending service. Is that like the when they send a kid to juvie over here? Juvenile detention. Wonder if that's the same thing. Or if it's that's just a youth court as opposed to an adult court.
I was driving down there on the M2. I got stuck at some roadworks for ages, and I saw this sign. There you go. I remember when they were just called workmen. I was doing a gig at Liverpool University. I don't play universities very often nowadays. You know, I'm like 28 years older than most of the kids who've just started, you know. So I thought as I was walking in, I needed to find out a bit about the crowd that I was going to be facing. So I have a look at the posters. That's my little trick. And the first poster I saw in the student union had been put up by the Vegan Society. It was this poster of a pig and a dog. There you go. Why love one but eat the other? And I looked at that, and that made me realise the error of my...
I've seen that poster. In a couple of different places. I've seen that exact one.
My ways. Exactly. Eat the other. And I looked at that, and that made me realise the error of my ways. Exactly. Exactly. So I went home and ate my dog. You were all ahead of that. That did not need spelling.
Is it? They just say ate this dog.
Spelling out. So I went home and ate my dog.
You did.
You were all ahead of that. That did not need spelling out at all, did it? Right. Beautiful. I get to stay at a lot of very glamorous places on the road, and I don't mean to show off or humble brag, but not long ago I was staying at a Holiday Inn in Brent Cross. Touch me. And not only did I have a lovely shower, but also I found out what my tattoo means. Have you got a Home Bargains round here? Yeah, excellent. Good, good. Some places are too posh. I love a Home Bargains, right? For anyone who doesn't know, Home Bargains is kind of like the new Woolworths. It's a place for buying cheap shit. And I go...
That's kind of like the Dollar Generals over here. They just sprouted up everywhere. And they open another store, it seems like, every 5 minutes. It's ridiculous. But, yeah, it's another place like Woolworths. It's a place to buy cheap stuff. Just like Dollar Tree and all that. But, yeah.
No, Home Bargains is kind of like the new Woolworths. It's a place for buying cheap shit. And I go to Home Bargains all the time, and I'm pretty sure that Mrs. Doyle off of Father Ted has got a job stacking shelves in my local Home Bargains. I'll tell you why. This is what I saw. Here we go. Go on, go on, go on, go on. I do love a curry, though. If I get to a show early enough, I like to pop out before and have one, you know. And I was in Derby doing a show. I got there earlier, went for one. It was quite nice, but it was a bit saltier than I'd normally like, and a bit creamier as well, if I'm being honest with you. And I probably shouldn't have got it from this place. Balticum. That really...
Oh, God.
I like to play the national lottery from time to time. There's only one place I'd ever buy my tickets. It's the luckiest place in the country. I'd advise you all to go there. It's a small roundabout on the A50 just outside of Stoke. I'll show you why. 3 rollovers in 12 months. That's the place. That's the one to go to. I think it's sad that the word legend has been devalued from pulling a sword from a stone to unexpectedly returning with crisps.
All right.
I put on a lot of weight, so I rang up Weight Watchers. I said, it's an emergency. Can you send somebody round? They said, yes, we can. We got loads of them.
I think I heard that one on the other one. Still funny.
I was actually thrown out of Weight Watchers for making sarcastic comments at the weekly weigh-in. As you can imagine, I accepted the decision with huge grace because they threw her out as well.
You know, I have to stop this. I fully enjoy any comic that can make himself laugh while he's trying to do his material. Because if it's still that funny to him after doing it so many times, then yeah, it's one of those things that it doesn't lose its value. Or it's one of those jokes that doesn't lose its value. But yeah, anytime a comic can make himself laugh while he's doing his act, it's where it's not obviously put on for show, where it's more what's the word, spontaneous, is the word I'm thinking of. But yeah, he's good, very good.
In my 20s, I could eat what I like and always get away with it. And then I reached my 30s and people started labeling the food in the office fridge. I had a small part in a porn film once, which is why I wasn't very good at that job.
Get it? Small part? Little bit.
I think if I was to try revenge porn, I'd just post naked pictures of myself online so everybody would know how low my ex's standards really were. See, that's the trouble. It got genuine sympathy from you. And sometimes you find a joke just keys in so much with what the audience think of you that it won't get the laughter you're hoping for. It will get a reaction like sympathy. Another one that used to get that same issue was I used to say, one time I nearly had a threesome with my girlfriend and my best friend, and the only thing that stopped it happening was they didn't invite me. See,
that's messed up.
I'm not here for ours. But, you know, that's how.
That's messed up.
I think the worst was I was always the last to get picked at school, which is bad enough at games, but even worse at home time. Sympathy, genuine sympathy. Right. Enough sadness, back to the filth. Okay. If you watch a porn film backwards, it's about a man who hoovers spunk off a woman and then breaks her washing machine and leaves.
That's just wrong. I mean, it's right, but it's wrong.
In Norfolk, the marriage guidance service is called Related.
Related?
No, I used to go out with a girl from Norfolk, and I used to jokingly call her Six Fingers. You know, I mean, she wasn't inbred. It was just how many she liked. Genuine horror on your faces. Wonderful. I've got a Welsh friend who's a terrible insomniac. He says you can only get to sleep at night by counting sheep, and it always works because eventually he gets horny, has a wank, and nods right off. I like to think I'm a bit like Superman. For example, the other day I changed in a phone box from a man who really needs a wee to a man who's just had a wee. My dad has brittle bone disease, which meant he struggled to bring us up, especially when it came to smacking us. But at least he really meant it when he said, "This is going to hurt me." See, sometimes it's more fun not to finish a joke off. You've already guessed where it's going. So, so I'm going to do a couple more of those. Some cannibals broke into a convent near Coventry. None eaten. An estate agent showed me a delightful little semi this afternoon.
Oh my God.
The Archbishop of Canterbury recently said he couldn't support gay marriage without first having a mandate. My nan always said that when she was young, she never had to worry about leaving her back door open. What? Why? All right. Because in those days, there was a lot less crime. Exactly. Because they're all too busy bumming my nan.
She thought he saved it. No. Brought it right back.
Bit of a nan bumming joke for the kids there. Just give it a couple of years, all the young comics will be doing that. It'll be the new garlic bread. Nan bumming, nan bumming. Right. I'll show you a bit more stuff. Have a look at this. Last Father's Day, I was looking for a nice gift to get my dad. I like to get people personalised gifts, you know, T-shirts with a name on, that sort of stuff. So I was looking around, and I thought this would be a nice thing. I thought I'd get him this mug. Have a look at that. Look, there you go. You're number one. That's quite nice, isn't it? But you've got to be very careful ordering online, haven't you? You've got to proofread it. That's what I ordered. A week later, this is what turned up. You're no one. That's not... not what I was aiming for now.
Oh my God.
Very different message, right? Here we go. There was a fad on the internet a couple of years ago, people taking pictures of hot dogs and pictures of their legs, and you had to guess which were which. And it seems easy, right? But it's difficult. I'll show you a couple of examples. Have a look at these. There you go. It's hard, isn't it? It's genuinely hard. That top pair, I think those are the legs. I think those are the hot dogs. The bottom pair, I'm still not sure. I think these are probably the legs, but I wouldn't put money on. Anyway, it's difficult, isn't it? So I thought I'd give it a go. So, ready? All right. Brace yourselves, ladies. Here we go. There you go. Top up your wank bank. All right. If anybody's wondering, those are my real legs. Emoticons, emojis, they're very popular nowadays, but I think they're a bit discriminatory. I don't mean in terms of skin colour. I know they've changed that now, and the whole world is there, and that's great. But I think they discriminate against people who've had Botox, because they can't pull most of those facial expressions anymore. I think that's very sad. So for those people, I've come up with a range of what I'm calling Botoxicons. Here we go. And you're a smart crowd. I suspect some of you are ahead of me on this, but doesn't matter. Here we go. You ready? Smiley face. Angry face. Sad face. Laughing out loud. And Amanda Holden.
Oh my God.
Women can be very insecure about their appearance. I once went out with this very, very beautiful Thai girl who constantly wanted reassurance about the size of her penis. I told her it was a good size, you know. My nan always said, don't do anything I wouldn't do, which was tricky as that ruled out walking, remembering things and not being racist. But not being bummed, all right?
Had to call back.
I've got two lawyers working for me at the minute. One's pro bono, and the other thinks he's a right pretentious twat.
Get it? Pro bono? As in Sonny Bono.
I went to see a Polish Pink Floyd tribute band. Not only were they cheaper, but they played The Wall in half the time. My car was making these horrible knocking noises, so I got out to have a look. Turned out I'd run over a Jehovah's Witness.
Knock, knock.
Bought an advent calendar for Jehovah's Witnesses. Behind every door, somebody tells you to fuck off. And I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more. But before walking 1,000 miles, check with your physician and make sure you're wearing the appropriate footwear. Yeah, the disclaimers. My daughter's started discovering boys, so that'll teach her to dig up the patio.
Oh. I've got two different screens here.
I was watching TV, the announcer said there's a documentary about the clitoris on the red button, but I couldn't find it. Sex education lessons at our school were pretty weird. The teacher made us shout out rude words to get out of our system, like bum, willy, cocks, and we had to carry on doing that until he came. Took ages. There's only one thing I don't like about Halloween, which is...
Which is?
My Uncle Derek was found dead with a belt round his neck and a dildo up his arse. At his funeral, the vicar said we'd always remember him for his charity work. Wrong.
Hi, I'm Gary Delaney. I've got two things to plug, so please carry on watching, I'll be quick. Okay, number one, my joke book Fundamentalist, the paperback of that comes out on the 29th of September, which means it's cheaper, and frankly, given that it's a book to read on the toilet where you're having a shit, that's probably appropriate. You can pre-order it from the places that you can pre-order books from, you know what they are, and maybe it's appearing down here now on the screen, or possibly I'm just pointing at my nipples. Also, I'm halfway through an enormous, very large tour. I shouldn't swear on these promo videos. I'm halfway through a very large tour called Gary in Ponderland, and I'm doing about 300 dates in the UK and Ireland. Well, you know, 298 in the UK, 2 in Ireland. So come along if you like that sort of thing. I'll be getting everywhere, and there's new dates being added. So you know, please come along. All the dates are at GaryDelaney.com. Nipples, and there's a mailing list where you can be notified when new dates are added. So if you're looking and you're seeing there's currently no dates in Cornwall or Birmingham, sign up and you'll get an email when there are. All right, thank you very much. Ta-ra, bits.
Nope, stop. We don't want to start that yet. That's part 3. That's for later. Matter of fact, let's do... where'd it go? That. Alright, guys, that's the second part. Yeah, that was hilarious. Oh my god. He is so fast. It's almost hard to keep up with him. I mean, he's got me almost in tears. He's just so funny. It's not funny. I mean, you know what I mean. He's just so funny. It's unreal. Let's put it that way. Anyway, that is going to do it for that video. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this with me. Let me know what's next. Now, I was told that his wife is Sarah Millican, and I did one video by her called I'm a Bit of a Worrier. I still haven't gotten any more requests for her, so I need some requests, guys. Let me know what to look for from Gary or Sarah, or anyone else for that matter. That's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and I hope to see you on the next one. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Have a great day. Love you guys. Peace.